The alarm was raised by her parents after they became separated around lunchtime Tuesday. The family was among a group of Australians attending the Derry Evictions commemorative walk visiting their ancestral home. Megan was last seen outside the castle tea rooms playing on her tablet computer. She was wearing a red hoodie and jeans. Local volunteers are helping the Gardaí search the grounds and the surrounding area. The underwater team are searching the nearby Lochbeg. The Gardaí urge anyone who has seen a girl in a red hoodie at the time of her disappearance to come forward.
In ages past, stories often are told and retold until all meaning is lost. It was never the words themselves, but often the light or darkness that came from only the essence of some, the courage of others. That was the power. Can be used to whoever possessed, bringing the good or bad inner power of a person. Something that was lost that must be found. Something that was broken must be restored.
Lo, in the wilds of Donegal, where heather bloom is spread, round lake and cliff, on moor and mean, and to the mountain's head. Our cabin homes, our natal homes, our kindred's homes were they, lie ruined by the minions of the spoiler of Glenveigh.
So as I was saying earlier, I mean, what I'd like to do is to bring you into the office and actually show you what we do here. Hello, what I'd like to do is talk to you today about a product that we produce called the Golden Nutmeg. The Golden Nutmeg is set in the Glenveigh area back in the time of the Derry Evictions. It was specifically produced for to highlight the history of this area and also for to utilise some of the great vistas and scenery that we have in the Donegal area. We produced a number of interesting technologies which we believe are innovative, and the first one that I want to talk to you today is about our immersive technology. That technology is based around a window that you can take into our game universe, and that's produced on a tablet. It can also be used on a mobile phone, or it can be used on a laptop. What I'd like to do is just to illustrate this. So it creates basically a window on your world. So here we have an illustration of the Poison Glen area, and you can actually go down into the church. The characters will come up and they will speak to you and talk to you. If you have stereo headphones on, you'll hear them coming up and approaching you from behind, and then you become part of the storyline. Would you like to try it? And as you can see, it responds directly to your environment. And Lee is working on a digital imaging technology that's actually taken from satellite imaging to create as realistic an environment as possible. Lee, if you could give an example here of how we're merging the digital world here into the real world animations that we have inside our graphics engine.
Yeah, from the satellite imagery we were able to extract information to generate the landscape from grayscaled height maps. That lets us generate the mesh model of the terrain, the landscape, and we were able to bring that inside a games engine and start recreating the world of Glenveigh. And from here you can begin to see we're starting to add a bit of detail into this landscape. We have the lake here. Using key locations, just like this one right here, which comes exactly from the game's story, where one of our characters will be running and escape through this tunnel or doorway right here. So it really is vital that we recreate these scenes as faithfully as possible. We're currently developing an expo that allows users to enter the world of Glenveigh and just stay in touch with how the game's developing. You can see we're entering through one of our gateways. Brings you directly into the Glenveigh area, which you're free to roam and see exciting new things that's happening. Just right now, we're just using a sample avatar, but that's just to illustrate how the character will be able to move about.
Thanks for that, Lee. Now we're going to talk to Darren, who's working on one of the other key locations. Darren, would you like to show us what you're doing with the environments here?
I'm currently working on a key feature that shows some cottages from the Derry Evictions. You can use this on any web player. You don't need to download anything to get it to work. And you go into the cottages, and I'll show you now. You can go to other places in the world, other locations from inside here as well. And try this at home on a tablet if you want to.
Within the game world, there are hidden gateways that you can use to travel to other realms or territories. As you exit, you could find yourself transported to an alternate reality. We juxtapose the virtual scenes of the real world within the game. I don't need to be in the original location, but if you were, you would be immersed in it. One of the features still in concept development is to be able to map out and geotag the locations of the game and other environments. Now, if you wanted to play in a real-world expanded view, rather than just in a bedroom or compacted space, you could. A primary component of the game is that it utilises the technology so that different people can have varying experiences within the same environment. This is a core aspect of the game experience, which will reveal hidden gateways and events and key locations depending on the way the viewing device is used and at the stage of the game being played. The game begins in the aftermath of the search for the lost child Megan. The clues to her disappearance are scattered throughout the park and the worlds beyond through the gateways. In the actual game, these are revealed with a heads-up display. The viewer becomes part of the game and is used as a mechanism to introduce new characters and scenarios that need to be overcome, making it a completely immersive experience. If you share our perception of what an immersive game experience could really be, with your support, we can realise that vision and be empowered to move forward to make our aspirations a reality.